welcome to My West Michigan. Got a little special someone joining us this morning. WLAV's Michelle McCormick. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Hi. I'm so happy to be back here.
Yeah,
glad
happy
you're
to have
here.
you
I
back.
hit my shin on the table over there, but I'm good.
It's all right.
Don't worry about it.
It happens to
I
everybody.
hit my chin on the deck over the weekend.
Wow,
Big.
we're
Like,
really-
Look at that thing.
You do have a bruise.
I actually didn't notice
See
that.
her bruise? Oh, honey.
Oh, we're just accidents.
That's with
today.
makeup covering it.
Oh my.
That's my life. That is my life, girl. Trip and fall.
Yep.
Trip and fall.
It is Tuesday, August 6th, and you're looking at a live picture from our WCZM 13 tower cam.
Hey, we gotta stay here. We're gonna move to the couch eventually, but
Yes.
Michelle is here for her Thrifty Threads project. We're going to introduce to you the person who's been selected. But what I always like to do whenever I see Michelle is, tell me about your outfit.
Okay, here's the deal. This is a Rachel Roy jumpsuit. These retail at about $350 to $400. Rachel Roy jumpsuit. You hear a lot of the stars go,
Yep.
when I want something comfortable and sassy, I go with the Rachel Roy jumpsuit. So this
Yes.
Rachel Roy jumpsuit, I got at a consignment shop. It's normally $300 to $400 for $21.
You're kidding.
Has little dogs on it. Has little dogs on it because I know the theme of today's show.
Yep.
Also, the shoes are consignment as well. Now, a lot of people are funky about
I have a problem with it.
Do
Yeah,
you?
I do too.
Yeah.
Some of them have tags on them though, you guys,
Oh,
and they're
okay,
very,
that-
they're gently used there. See the faux heel?
Yes.
See the
So
faux heel?
cute.
These are adorable shoes, and these were just about $16. And these are designer shoes.
Goodness.
And the jacket, by the way, Molly Ringwald, how she dressed in Breakfast Club,
Yep.
the big jackets, the big scarves, all of that is coming back, the oversized coats. This is an
Yeah.
oversized jacket. This was $1. $1. It's a
I
man's
need to go
oversized
shopping.
jacket. It's lightweight, and you just
cute.
throw it over anything, jeans and a t-shirt.
Even
So
your
this
Rachel
entire-
Roy jumpsuit.
Under
Yes.
$50, right? Did we do the math? Yeah, under $50 for this entire outfit.
Oh my
Under
gosh.
50 bucks.
And then just
Super
mix
cute.
and match because you can wear the
Totally.
shoes somewhere else, you can
Totally.
do this somewhere else.
And these look so comfy.
Yeah.
They are. These
Such
are
a good find.
Yeah, they rock because
Love.
they're
Some people keep their bargains a secret, but I love the way you always share yours. And of course, that's why we have Michelle with us because
you're a
we're-
special announcement.
Yeah, we're launching our Thrifty Threads, and we have the winner of our little makeover.
Now, Kathy, we decided to do teachers this year.
Yes.
And Jennifer Lovell Krebs, she is a science teacher at Grand Rapids Public City Middle and High School, and she says she desperately needs new threads. And these are the people that I absolutely love to work with because they don't know like how to dress on their body type, what to do. Yeah, I think you're going over there, honey. There you go, kid. You with the dog.
What's happening right
chairs.
now?
But that's one of my specialties. I look at a body type
Yeah.
and go, hey, you should be cinched at the waist, you should be, and we can do it for like $1. I mean, I'm serious. We can do it for so cheap, and I'm so excited to, because the quality too, good quality clothing. So I'm excited we're gonna take her on a shopping spree.
I know.
And-
Yeah, you and I are going to take her.
And we're going to give you a budget.
Oh, okay.
And you can only
Now Catherine's putting restrictions on.
Sorry.
Pardon the
Well,
challenge.
we're going to see what you can do with that amount of money because you just said you got this whole outfit for less than $50.
What's our budget
Yeah.
going to be?
$50.
$50.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Now listen, at Salvation Army, some days they have 5 for $5. This is a 5 for $5. I got 5 jackets for $1 a piece.
Oh my gosh.
So 5 for $5, right? Yes. Some days you have to go on the days where they have discounts. There are all kinds of different discounts, and girl, I know those days.
So
Yes.
I imagine that you're going to get more than one outfit for her.
Yeah, for 50
with
bucks.
some mix and match and
Probably
go
a
for 5
wardrobe.
for 5. Well, and she
Get her a
said
wardrobe.
she can't stand to shop, so this is going to be really fun for her to kind of get it taken care of. But she desperately needs back to school clothes. So
This
love
is
it,
my-
love it.
And you know what, teachers, they do so much out of pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. And the response that we got, thanks everybody though for
got a lot of people who
huge
wanna
response on
Crazy.
Facebook. I love your viewers.
Yes.
There.
Yeah,
So that's a lot of fun.
Hey, speaking of back to school, it's hard to believe that in less than a month, a lot of kids in West Michigan will be back in the classroom. So that means it is time to start inching them back into their school sleep
It
schedules.
is. Hey, how about we sit down there? Right there. Thank you.
Good girl.
Good girl. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the best way to do this is to adjust your sleep and wake schedules by 10 minutes a day until you get the desired times you need. So this helps reset your child's biological clock to the new schedule. So you want to do 10 minutes earlier to bed, 10 minutes earlier to wake up, and you just keep going in both directions until ding, 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 you get to that magic sweet spot. It might take 10 days, it might take 2 weeks, so you probably need to get on it like this week, I would think. Once you hit that mark, keep it. Even if it's not back to school time, keep it on the weekends, keep it like all the time so that they can get that biological clock reset. And it's gonna be easier for them on that first day of school to wake up and not be so tired.
Yeah, usually the first day they bound out of bed because, you know.
Right. Yay!
Yeah, and then it slows down from
I
there.
struggled. I had to be threatened with a bucket of water every time.
Did you ever get it? Did you ever get the bucket of water?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so did we. So did we.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah,
So-
5 kids. How many kids in your family?
Oh, I mean, there was like 7 of us.
Girl,
They're like,
our parents
Sasha.
aren't playing.
Oh no, they're
But
like,
what, so your whole bed would get all wet?
Yeah,
See,
they're
that
dry.
for me,
That's
that's a
their
no-go.
It was the pans, the pot and pan. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Oh
loud.
my gosh, people. Am I the only responsible one here?
You had a better
I set
upbringing.
my clock and I got my butt out of bed.
Well, how did you
No.
wake your children though? Ever so gently?
Well, yes, but you know, my kids were pretty good. I never had to
No.
like.
oh, you lucky duck.
See, now working morning radio, I never got to be there when he woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but I was sure there when he was home. And here's what I would do. When I would see the bus, I would go, get out of your pajamas. Because I would go home and throw my pajamas on. And he had to do a project in kindergarten. My mommy likes to watch Oprah and take naps. So that was a proud moment. Proud moment. But no, so I was the one to put him to bed. I was the mean one to put him to bed. I never got to wake him up.
He
so.
wrote a paper about you watching
Yeah.
Oprah and taking naps.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's so
cute.
My
cute.
mom loves sports, and I'm like, where'd he get that? All right, I'll go with this. I don't know where they invent this. And then he said she likes to, I still have it, my mom likes to watch Oprah and take naps. I'm like, well, those kids, they don't know what they're talking about, I said to the teacher. He's right, though. I watched Oprah and took a
Carly
lot of
wrote,
naps.
one time she had to write an essay, we digress here, but I had gotten a popcorn kernel stuck in my throat and it was there for days. And finally, and I worked at it. I stuck spoons in there. I did everything. I mean, it was stuck
Catherine.
and it was starting to grow, you know, like.
Oh, into your skin.
Yes!
Arms.
So, anyway, trying to get it out. And so anyway, Carly wrote an essay, My Mother Has Stick-to-itiveness. And this was for Mother's Day. She had a popcorn kernel stuck for 5 days. That teacher put that in the newspaper. I was like, I'm gonna come after you.
That's it. You know what? It's not the kids, it's those darn teachers.
Yeah.
They know
Oh
better.
my
You know
God.
who
you
has
are.
stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Anyway.
Watch Oprah and take naps.
Yeah. Sadly, the news of the day these days is pretty gruesome, and so we got to bring you up to date on those 2 mass shootings from over the weekend. President Trump will visit El Paso, Texas. He'll be there tomorrow to pay his respects to the 22 people who died there when a gunman opened fire at a Walmart store. The death toll raised to 22 on Monday as additional victims died from their injuries. The president addressed the nation on Monday and said there's no place in America for racism and white supremacy. His visit to El Paso is being met with mixed reactions. So is his mention that violent video games and mental illness are to blame for the terrible rate of gun violence in our country.
And I'm glad that he omitted the mental illness specifically for this situation, because neither one of these men have been linked to any kind of mental illness.
Yes,
And so
yes.
there was a lot of chatter, especially on Twitter yesterday, of people who do have, depression or anxiety or some form of mental illness.
Yes.
Saying, we don't want to be lumped with this.
Yeah, it's
Don't
unfair.
say it's mental illness. It's putting a stigma on mental illness. We're trying to break the stigma so people will go and get help.
Yes.
And so there was, I opened up my Twitter feed and it was like, that's all I saw. So I'm glad he stayed away from that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Ohio, a Twitter account that appears to belong to the gunman in the Dayton shooting retweeted extreme left-wing and anti-police posts. The shooting there left 9 people dead. Police still haven't determined what led this guy to kill innocent people. There are conflicting reports from those who knew him. Some described him as a protective big brother to the sister he gunned down.
Oh my gosh.
Others say he was suspended from high school for some period of time after he made a list of people he wanted to kill and women he wanted to rape. Clearly a disturbed young man. Oh, there have been some amazing stories, though, of heroism to emerge from both Dayton and El Paso, which you love, right? I mean, the goodness of mankind emerges always. Take, for example, 11-year-old Ruben Martinez. He came up with the El Paso Challenge to honor the victims. He's challenged people to do 20 good deeds for each other, one for each of the victims. Of course, as we mentioned, the death toll is now 22. But little Ruben shared some examples of what he thought people might want to do. He says, mow someone's lawn, visit a nursing home, pay for someone's lunch or dinner, donate to a family in need, or leave $1 on the vending machine for the next person. Don't you love that?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
especially so young and just trying to make an impact in a positive
Yes.
way. And, just all
And
the
that's the best
darkness.
thing when you go through a drive-through. Not that I go through a ton of them every day, but,
Wink,
at Starbucks
wink.
the other day, the person in front of me paid mine. I know. I thought that
And
was
how did that
nice.
make you
So then
feel?
you
You
were
were
like,
like,
I felt really great, but then I thought, God, I hope the person behind me isn't that expensive because now I got to pay.
I think that all the
Don't
that's
you
happened to me a couple of times at Starbucks.
And do I get star credits for if I buy all
Right.
those? 'Cause I like that. No, but it is a really great feeling, and that's something so little you can do to make somebody say you don't know what's happening to people around
Right.
you. You just don't.
Right.
So.
We are used to seeing travel bans to other countries issued by the U.S., especially post 9/11. But now the shoe is on the other foot. In reaction to the shootings in El Paso and Dayton, travel alerts have been issued by Venezuela and Uruguay. Travel to the U.S. Uruguayan Foreign Ministry warned of growing indiscriminate violence, mostly for hate crimes. Venezuela cites these growing acts of violence have found echo and sustenance in the speeches and actions impregnated with racial discrimination and hatred against migrant populations.
Isn't that hurtful? It's just so awful to know that this is what other countries are seeing. They're seeing this happen, and then they're saying, okay, maybe we don't want to go.
Some more happy news, though. Let's stick with that,
Yes.
shall we? Former President George W. Bush, excited about the birth of his new grandchild. Look at this precious Instagram post. How happy does he look? He said, Laura and I are thrilled to welcome Henry Harold Hager to our family. We're happy for the proud parents, Jenna and Henry, and pleased that Mila and Poppy have a little brother to love. We thank God that mom and baby are healthy, and we look forward to many years of loving the boy known as Hal.
I just love how excited they are in that picture.
Jenna's a sweet girl, too. She's endeared herself to many people. Yeah, I like her a lot.
Let's talk about Victoria's Secret, making history with a new ad campaign that will launch later this month. Valentina Sampaio is the first transgender model to be featured in a Victoria's Secret campaign. She's 22 years old. She'll appear in the new Pink campaign. Sampaio previously made history as the first transgender model to pose for Vogue. She appeared on the cover of Vogue Paris in 2017. And she's breaking a lot of ground. And, you know, just a visible spokesperson for the community. And so congrats to her and to Victoria's Secret.
Wow. Yeah. I love it. You know, that Euphoria, which is on HBO, which I binged yesterday, 8 hours.
What is it? What's Euphoria? I don't even know.
It's the Zendaya. You explain this.
Oh my goodness. It's about the culture of drugs and alcohol and just younger generations.
high schools.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
parents are a little
It's
upset
it's
about
not
it.
like
it's very
that.
disturbing. But if it,
Intense.
but it's supposedly realistic. The guy who wrote it was a drug addict as a high school kid, but Zendaya stars in it. She is fantastic. She's great. But there is a transgender woman on there who also was a model in Vogue, and so
In real life?
Yes, in real life. And she is probably about 26, 27, and playing a 17-year-old. But that's that was a lot yesterday for 8 hours.
I know. I need to watch it. I need to get on it.
So it wasn't Oprah, but you put your jammies on.
My mom binges for 8 hours and, eats bonbons. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, I thought that's great.
Yeah, just seeing the social
20,
climate and where it's
19.
going. Yeah.
All right, if you are a fan of using a fan to cool off, there's some not so good news for you this morning.
Unfortunately, that includes this one right here.
Hey, if you've got nothing else, turn on the fan.
Do you sleep with a fan? Do you
I
need
have
the
a ceiling
noise?
fan. It's not for
But
the noise.
she's
it's for
also
the-
got a fan right next to the desk that's about this far from her face.
That's because I like that blow your hair back look.
Oh yeah.
Farrah
when she's
Fawcett
taking
or
all of her selfies.
Yes.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, researchers in Australia have found that in a sealed room, a fan will actually make the room hotter because it emits the motor emits the heat.
Huh.
It will, however,
What?
reduce the temperature, mixing the hot and the cool air. If you're sitting right in front of the fan, like this one over here, then you know, it's going to make you feel cooler. makes it easier for your body to shed heat. So it has to literally be like right here.
top of you.
Oh, okay.
But if
Which
it's just
is
in a
where-
room, it's going to raise the temperature because the motor is running.
Yeah, I use my fan strictly for the noise. I don't really care if I'm, cold
Have
or
you ever
hot.
tried one of those apps where you can like download the app and it has the sound of a fan?
No. I didn't know that.
Yes, you can get all kinds of different sounds.
You need that neck fan.
There's a
Have you ever seen it?
What is it?
Oh my gosh, it is a neck. Have you seen it? It bends.
No.
It goes around your neck, and there's 2 little fans. And if you're in the kitchen cooking, it's like
Oh
right in
my
your face.
gosh.
And it is this really cool. Oh, I'll
I could
hook
use
you up
it
with
right
one.
at my
Maybe
workspace.
Birthday gift.
Yeah,
Birthday gift.
maybe
Yeah.
producer Denise can pull it up for us after weather.
Yeah.
Because I got to see a picture.
Yeah, they're everywhere. These neck fans. Seriously.